you. I just can't get through you. It doesn't matter. Okay, what's up, my Tascam 2488 Neo hippies? Today we're going to be working on a tutorial for using the effects sins 1 and 2. I'm just going to go through effects in 1 because the same application applies to effects in 2. Alright, so first thing first, let's look at the connections. Turn the system around, and here we are. I'm sending signal via 1/4-inch jack out of effects sin 1 into the BP50, which is a multi-effects bass pedal that I got back way, I guess 2007 when it was new. But this kind of functions like a S100 multi-effects reverb unit that they used to sell way back long ago. But anyway, I'm sending signal in to the BP50 and out of the BP50 back in to analog inputs G and H. That's my one gripe. I believe that with all this other stuff that they put on here, they could have given us a couple stereo inputs so that we wouldn't have to return on the analog inputs. We could return back into the system, and that way only have to control the reverb from inside the machine. But hey, that's my gripe, and I'm done. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on to our sub select. I'm going to press it and then put the camera on the screen, and when I release it, we get our sub mixer. You're like, okay, Paige, what do we do now? Simple. We're going to hold select down, and we're going to stretch my big old hand over to input G and H, which are stereo, and go to the screen, and you'll see what happens. It is selected. Alright, Paige, so now what? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to hold sub select, and then we're going to click the stereo select button so that we can enable the functionality so that we'll be able to hear the effect from the BP50. So I'm just going to click it, and this is what happens on the screen. It goes to stereo. Now, for those of you who want to know how to make it record, if you click, this is just an FYI, if you click bounce, it'll record that. But we're not doing that. I just wanted, for those who are curious, to know that all you have to do is click bounce for that to work. Alright, now we're going to go back to effects send, and we'll get that screen again. And let's say I didn't have this level all the way down. I would then go about turning that level down and or cursoring over. And when I cursor over to the left, it hits post, and I just click that off, because what I don't want is a feedback loop. I do not, and you do not, need the effect to be live on the return. Alright? The only place that effect needs to be live is on the track and or channel that you are sending the effect from. So let's go to where I'm going to send the effect from. I'm sending the effect from channel 7. I'm going to click select and watch what happens. Right here in this corner, it shows that I am now on channel 7. I have the effect off because I want you to hear the dry signal so that you know I'm not joshing you. I'm faking like it's something that it isn't. So let's go about getting an earful of the dry effect.
If we never give up, we can be ass.
Alright, no effect at all. Now when I turn it on by turning my jog wheel 2 times to the right, because the first time to the right is pre-fader. I don't want that. And the second time is post-fader. That's what I want. And because I'm on YouTube, I'm sending 70% of the signal over so that you can actually hear the effect when it comes up. The other thing is, let's click the sub button again. I'm sending 70% of the signal via the sub fader, because if the sub fader is not up, then you're not going to hear the effect. So I'm going to show you how this works by hitting rewind, and then I'm going to hit play. You're going to hear the signal.
If we never give up, we can be ass.
Alright, now I'm going to pull this sub fader all the way down. And here we go.
If we never give up, we can be ass.
So, what I've just shown you here is that you are using the sub fader to add the percentage of the reverb and or multi-effect that you're adding to your track. I have it at 70%, but you're going to play with that. You're going to, use your ears and let as much of that effect in as you need. Alright, so here it is again with it up. I can never get that 50, but let's go ahead.
If we never give up.
And that's how you use the effect Send 1. And tomorrow I will be putting up another video on the second way to do this, because I don't want to give you too much in one video because it can get boring after a while. But what I'm doing now is I have my clearance and from YouTube, because I got all my copyright information back from the copyright.gov people, and now my songs are now my songs as far as YouTube are concerned. So I will be putting up another video. I will be putting up a bunch of videos, and then we'll do a mix down so that you can follow me in what I'm doing. Alright, you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.